Hey guys, like I was telling you, time to go back to work. This YouTube thing's fun, but it don't feed the kids. You know what I mean? So it's time to go make the donuts. And you know what? Since I'm gonna be gone for a minute, I figured maybe I'll just take you with me. So let's get this thing fired up and packed up and go for a ride.
Projects are humming like a bee, and you notice that the deadline is not as far as it seemed to be. It's the deadline coming just today at 3, and my stomach, it is rumbling because I'll be late, you see. Keys are clacking, all the documents are there. Just that order you are tracking, its invoice has gone somewhere.
What the heck was that? See if she'll start. I already checked the oil. Be cold. Come on, baby. Well, she's blowing smoke. There you go. Broke my steering wheel. I gotta take it off and weld that stuff back up. I recovered that thing and it looked so nice, and then I broke it. So yeah, I got a mess to clean up in here, make my bed, and then we'll get going. Alright guys, let's drop this trailer and get out of here. My driveway's about a half a mile long, so cleaned up in here. Livable anyway. Alright, I'm going to strap the cable up. I'll see you when we're getting fuel. $3.17, the price is coming down anyway. We're going to the Speedway right there. Crystal Flash. Huh. Almost sounds like something you put in your toilet bowl. Ha. Crystal Flush. Where's all the traffic coming from? Come on, get in there. Alright guys, I gotta go in and turn the pump on. Let you guys down. Videotaping one-handed is one thing. Trying to get fuel is another. I'll be back.
Basis? No, I'm asking why you chose that this was the limit of the military operation. But to your point that you just made, that, that Maduro was not the legitimate president.
He was the guy who was claiming to be the president.
Right. Well, the opposition...
Top target.
Okay.
mailbox, get our paperwork out, find out what trailer, hook it up, and head to our first store. Don't pay any attention to that sign. It means do not enter when that parking lot's full. They just didn't put the little sign underneath that said when the parking lot's full. Holy crap, look at the snow. Alright guys, I'll be right back.
Do you know it when your projects are humming like a bee, and you notice that the deadline is not as far as it seemed to be? It's the deadline coming just today at 3, and my stomach, it is rumbling because I'll be late, you see. Keys are clacking, all the documents are there. Just that order you are tracking, its invoice has gone somewhere. It's the deadline coming just today at 3, and my stomach, it is rumbling because I'll be late, you see. Hail the Lord of Copies, He just saved you there. But the printer, as you need it, shows some code with a network affair. It's the deadline coming just today at 3, and my stomach, it is rumbling because I'll be late, you see. Sacrificed your firstborn to the devil of INT, and the printer, it is rolling with no problem as your boss sings out with glee. Oh, the deadline that was coming, yes, the one today at 3. You don't really need to hurry, it's okay on Monday, you see. It's okay on Monday for me. Oh, the deadline that is coming, it's okay on Monday.
Guys, here we are at one of the stops. Right back there in the mirror, which you can't see out of very well, is what we're looking for. Oh, you know. So I don't know if I told you, but what we do is I deliver plants in a lot of the big box stores. That starts in the early spring, goes through most of the summer, into the fall, and into the winter of poinsettias. We deliver them on these racks, and now I'm out picking up the leftover racks so they have them in the spring. And there's the racks we're looking for right there. 30 of them fit in a van, a 53-foot van. Hardest thing to do with this job is not getting run over by these crazy people driving through these parking lots. Got a brake on the bottom. Brake. There's a release kick under there. That's why you can't wear. That's why you can't wear sneakers or flip-flops. Because you have some broken toes. little paddles right there. That's the lock to keep it locked or unlock it. Put it like that, slam the thing down, it'll stay down. It's got two buttons on here that you stand on. When you want to go up, you hit the back one first, and then this one lifts you up. And just strap them done and we're done. Close it up, rock and roll out of here to the next one. So then, you get back on the buttons. Oops. Take you back down. This one actually works really well. Well, it's brand new. Oh, the buttons work well. Buttons work well. And right in here, we're gonna tilt it up a little bit. We're gonna slide her in. A little close. And tighten her up. Flip the lid. And try not to get hit by a car. Yep, do that till we got 30. They give me a card. Like I said, you go to the stores, they say there might be 2 there. You get there and there's 6. Or you get there and there's none. We're gonna have to get her washed. She's a mess. Drizzling rain anyway. All right, guys, jump in. We'll go to the next one. Hey guys, we're on our way back to Michigan. Got cold again on us. But we got to give this thing a bath, man. It's just disgusting. So we're here at the Streaking Beacon. See if they can't clean her up. She's looking pretty rough. Because the weather ain't a big line either, so that's close. Alright, man. Show you what they're doing when we get going. Alright guys, she's cleaner. Take a look here. It's all gonna start freezing up on me. But it looks a little better. That heat shield's still gotta go. So, in the beginning, when we first met, I told you I know a little history about all these trucks. And this one I actually know a little more on. This truck was made in 1984 in Chillicothe, Ohio. It was sold out of Des Moines, Iowa, Kenworth in Des Moines, Iowa, to a guy named Werner. He had bought 3 of them. He leased this one on anyway with a national carrier, the Elite Fleet. Here, let me get inside. Yeah, it was leased on with the Elite Fleet out of Lenexa, Kansas, I believe. And this truck went all over. It has an Oregon license plate that I just left on it. But I found stuff in this truck, receipts from Sturbridge Isles, Massachusetts, shower coupon from Sturbridge Isles. And I also found a driver's license, medical card, some personal stuff like that for the guy that drove it. About 6 months after I bought the truck, going through the inside. I found it on Marketplace. It was down in Claremore, Oklahoma. And it was sitting behind a golf cart dealership. And it had a trailer hooked to it. I got some pictures. I'll try and find the pictures and insert them in here. But it still had this trailer on it. It kind of looked like a car trailer. Apparently the guy had bought it in Oklahoma to haul golf carts back from his place down to Texas or from Texas or something back and forth. And I guess he did that for a year or two. And then the market changed and everybody wanted a golf cart with a roof on it. And his trailer didn't work anymore. And when I got there, there was about 40 golf carts parked around it and this trailer hooked to it. Vines growing through everything. It was running. Guy got it running, but like the horns, the covers were all rusted out. There was rust stains down the windshield. The window was left open a little bit. I think it was passenger window. So it got an air window. And the window was open a little bit. And it had about 2 inches of fine, dusty dirt all over the inside. Everything was covered with dusty dirt. Exhaust was falling off from it. It still actually has the National Carrier Elite Fleet front mud flaps on it for the steer tires. I just left them on there. They've been there for 40 years or whatever. I took it home, started cleaning it up. Actually, I put some hoses and tires on it, started driving it. The truck, my W9, started building radiator pressure, so I just started driving it and put it together as I go. And I probably ran it a year before I had to do anything major to it. The fuel pump started to leak out of the accelerator shaft. But like I said, I found all this paperwork in here. The guy's name was like Billy Joe Crenshaw or something like that from Oklahoma. So I Googled him, and unfortunately I found out that he had passed away a few weeks before I found this stuff. I found a lot of paperwork of his, medical cards, like I said. So I called the funeral home that was listed in in Google, and they knew him. They knew the family. So I put everything in a mailbox and I mailed it to them. So they got all this stuff back. But it's been a really good truck. I've had to in-frame it. Yeah, I've been driving it for 5 years now. I've put some miles on it. But every nut and bolt that I've had to take off this thing, because it was so well preserved sitting where it sat, they come right off like it's a new truck. When I had picked it up, the guy told me it had been sitting there for 30 years. I didn't believe it. I took it with a grain of salt. Not that I think he was lying to me. I took it with a grain of salt. But the first thing I did, because I tow it home from the back, is I took it straight to Goodyear. Had a set of steer tires put on it. And the manager come walking out of the Goodyear, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna miss that truck." So what do you mean? He said, "That's the one that was sitting behind the golf cart place, car wash across the street." I said, "Yeah." He said, "The thing's been sitting there for 30 years. I said, "Really?" And another side note, the Aerodyne I have, the white one with the red stripe, the old Wheaton truck, when I bought that, it was in the same town, Claremore, Oklahoma. And I put the hook on this and I drove it to that guy's house. And I pulled up at the bottom of his driveway and he looked at this truck and he said, "That's old Billy Carr's truck." I said, what do you mean?" He goes, "That came from the golf cart place." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, that thing's sat there for like 30 years. So I'm pretty sure that it sat for 30 years. It only had about 485,000 miles on it when I bought it. But like I said, it's been a great truck. I did things to it like an air ride cab. Ended up putting front springs on it. Lots of hoses. I changed the front wheel rings. Kind of wish I wouldn't have done that. There was nothing wrong with the original ones, and then I went like 2 sets of them after that until I could find a American-made set of Timkins to put back in it. But yeah, comfortable. A lot of people think they're uncomfortable. It's not. There's a lot of room here. Got a big bed. I can sleep sideways in the bed. You know, my head against the back wall, my feet sticking out the front. So I've enjoyed this truck. So I call her Beulah, my big brown girlfriend. So anyway, that's what I know about this truck. 400 big cam. It's got a big cam 4 in it. It's a low flow. A lot of guys don't like them. They do heat up quick, but they cool back down just as quick. I've never had an issue with it. I did record the radiator last summer because I had it out. I was putting a camshaft in it. So I did get that done. But other than that, been a good truck. All right, guys, let's get this trailer back, drop it off, grab another one, and go to Indiana this time. Do the same thing, pick up more carts. All right, guys, hold on. Let's go.
Lonesome skies, sunrise burns my weary eyes, running fast to me.
So hey guys, we're back. So I'm gonna go drop this paperwork off. And I'm gonna do another quick one. But I'm gonna let you out here too. Hope you had a good time riding along. I'll catch you on the flip-flop. Alright guys, have a good day. Thanks for stopping. Bye.
Well, it's been real good hanging out with you today.